Oh, snap. Oh, shit. I ran out of time. I busted. Hold on.
Ain't that a bitch?
No, we ain't going to play that shit. Hold on, homie.
Oh, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
You already messed it up, bro.
Nope.
You already messed it up.
We got to go back. Run it back.
Oh, 10 more minutes, guys. 10 more minutes.
Run the shit back.
Hey. Oh. That shit is dope. What the hell?
It's not sized up. Shit ain't sized up, right?
It is not sized up at all. Well, it's too late to fix that, huh?
Well,
My cue. Sorry.
That's you.
All right, then. What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back to another Thursday night live stream where the Crypto Remora. We come to you live twice a week, Monday and Thursday, to bring you the latest in all things crypto and Web3. Tonight is no exception. My name is Wes, and I'm with, as always, Siri Crypto. What's up, Siri?
God damn, that was good, bro. That was good. See, that's why Wes does the intro.
Practice.
That's why Wes does the freaking intro, man. That was good. That was fire, man. That sounded professional. I think that was the best one. That was like a little bit like Crypto Jeb with the rush.
Not too much now.
But
not too much.
But so much like more delivery, and damn, that was a good one, man. That was
getting big, man.
My
head is getting big, bro. Not too much.
That was good intro, bro.
Man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited, dude. You know, we had a feeling. Daniel, where's Daniel at?
Daniel ain't in here yet.
Almighty, where's Daniel at?
Holmes is in here. Daniel's not in here yet, but Holmes is in here.
What is going on, my friend? What is up, Holmes? Dude, Daniel was spot on. He led the number, and I just went with it, man. I went with it. 92. I think we're at 93.
Yeah, you guys
right now.
You guys won that one, man. There's no arguing. I can't argue that shit at all. I was completely off. I thought we would hit our head by now, come back down. Sure enough, not yet.
Hold on, man. Let me give you a little credit here, because yeah, you did call that we were gonna move up. You just thought we would be moving down by now. We would be back, on our way back down. And I gotta be honest with you, man. I thought that's what was gonna happen, man. I thought that we were gonna drop sub 90 between the last time we streamed and now, and I've been waiting and fucking waiting for my trade, my limit order to go through, and it just has not happened, dude. Because, man, we're looking strong, dude. We're looking good. There's a lot of data backing that up. The charts look good. Is this it, man? Is this it?
Bro,
are we going back down?
It's so tough to tell, but I still think just from last week's charts, of course, it could change. We got to look at the charts tonight, guys. We got to look fresh eyes. I've been busy. I've had some very interesting things going down right around the way. So I've been a lot of good things, not bad things. Good things have been happening, but it's been taking a lot of my time up recently. And I'll tell you what, I haven't had the chance to look at the charts, but I'm excited for that because I like to bring this fresh perspective to the show live. So that way, if you're tuning in, you're getting the real deal reactions. You're going to get real deal calls from me. You're going to get everything as if it was the first time I've seen it since the last show. And it is pretty much. I've glanced at the charts. I watched a couple videos. I can't never not watch my Lark videos and shit. I always have to watch my guys, right? Crypto Zombie has not put a video out in over a month. Chico Crypto's been gone for 6 months. I've been going crazy. I watched a couple Jeb videos. I watched some Lark. Jordan Cameron, I don't know. His stuff's not coming up on my feed, so I'm missing him. But I think with the Crypto Remora's calls last week and the charts, I'm not going to say that which way we're going yet till I get my eyes on the charts. But as of last week, I still say all roads count to us coming back down, have that quick correction. So unless you can convince me otherwise, I still, as of right now, think that we will go back down. We'll touch those levels. But convince me otherwise. You can show me otherwise, man. We will look into that. If you don't mind, before we look into the charts, guys, I just want to say Andrew Saunders, the chief, has been off of nicotine for 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And I just want to make a public announcement on that. So we congratulate him for that. We love him for that. And that is freaking awesome because that is the threshold.
Working on it.
That's the hardest threshold, dude. 3 weeks. That's where your body is fucking going nuts. You're going crazy for that cigarette. Your body is just fighting you.
Well, no, he doesn't smoke. He doesn't. He
He
didn't
does the
smoke
vape,
cigarettes.
right?
He did
He
right
did
here.
the dip. He did the dip.
And
That's right.
it was the nicotine pouches. Yeah, I've tried those too.
Still addictive though, bro. Still addictive. If you've been
Very
dipping
addictive.
your whole life, I know people that used to dip and walk around with the shit in their lip
I
and all
still
that.
do.
That's what I'm saying. It's addictive, bro. I mean, because that goes right in your bloodstream with your lip. It goes right in your bloodstream. So that's got to be just as addictive. And hell, man, if you're used to smoking and you're used to dipping, that's still kind of a fidgety habit. I'm proud of him, man. Weeks, I'm fully back behind him, and I'm glad. I'm very proud of him for doing that because that's a life change that you can't. There's certain life changes you can't do without you have to do without money, and that's one of them. That's a freaking hard one. That's a big accomplishment. So I just wanted to acknowledge that to our boy. And yeah, dude, I want to look at crypto market cap real quick before we bring up the charts. Let's look at see what Total Global is doing real quick. We're not going to dwell on it forever, but let's see. M2 Global supply is increasing bigly. This rally could continue for 2 months with the on and off small consolidation dips. That is Crypto Homes in the house early. Daniel is slightly late to celebrate his call from last week. You said so than us, right? Daniel was on the mark.
Well,
Daniel.
yeah, well, no, he remember he called 92, and I was like, I'm gonna go with Daniel's call. I was just saying that he put 92 out there first, and I just kind of went with his call because I was seeing the same thing, but I was leaning more towards like 90 to 92. I couldn't make up my mind, and then at the end, I was like, all right, I'll just go with Daniel's call, man, 92. So, he kind of led that for me.
Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see if this works, Wes. Okay, so max.
Interesting.
Okay, so we're getting this little bit of a push here. Let's see where we're at. 2.7. Not bad. Yeah, it's looking like we're pushing up towards the 3 trillion. I'll go to the weekly real quick. Okay, so we are holding above it. A little bit of an upward movement. I'm going to look for a little come back down to 3. I would hopefully we don't have to do this thing where we come all the way back down to 2.7 to bounce. Mm-hmm. I would prefer us not to have to do that because I think that would be a drastic move. In other words, if we stayed above 3 trillion, right, and went sideways for, let's say, a couple days, maybe a week, and then the retest that we do get, if we were to retest down to 2.7, of course, it's always better than 2.5, right? Anything's better than going back down to 2.5. But I would like to see us hold above 3 trillion, man. Like, I think that would be the ultimate, let's hold above 3 trillion for a while instead of having to come back down. What I would like to see is us have this move here, 3 trillion, and see how we use this as resistance right here. Boom. That was resistance. We got rejected, right? What I would like to see now that we're above 3 trillion, I'd like to see us go up a little bit, maybe 3.2, 3.4, creep up a little bit up here like we did last time. This is 3.2 right here. Yeah. But I would like to see us go up to about 3.2, come up to this level. Maybe, let's say even we get rejected here in a couple days. But instead of having a damn crash, right, and coming all the way back down to 2.7 or, God forbid, back down to 2.5, I don't want to see that. We've been down here enough, guys. I think this is enough time since February. We've been scooping under this 3 trillion. Wall Street's had a chance to accumulate. Everyone's had a chance to accumulate. What I would like to see is us maintain 3 trillion, go up above 3.2, right? Go above this mark, maybe hit our head up here at let's call it 3.4, 3.5, and then get a bounce down back to 3 trillion and use that as support. If we can get that kind of a movement, whereas we just kind of come up here, boom, and then bam, and get a bounce off of 3 trillion, then keep rolling, That would be beautiful. So we're going to watch for that over by Monday. We're going to look for that. That's going to be the move, because that will signal to me that the bull market is healthy. The bull market is back. And not only that, but it's earned its way in a safe way, in a good way. So those are my thoughts on that. What are your thoughts on that, Wes? Do you kind of agree with me on that? Like, we need to maintain above 3 trillion psychologically for a little while.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm surprised to see it at 3 trillion. To be honest with you, man, it was what 2.7 last on Monday. Like, so money's coming into the market, man. Like, it's I'm surprised to see that. To be honest with you, we haven't seen 3 trillion in a long time. I mean, it's been a minute, dude. You know, we've been seeing the 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, but to see 3 trillion, that makes me feel good, man. I'm glad to see that money coming back in.
Absolutely. And look at ETH, you know, the little sleeper that could. Everybody talking shit about our ETH. And, you know, I'm not going to do that. Me and Wes are not going to look at this $1,400 ETH in April 8th, April 9th. And mark the double bottom. If you put in a long on ETH at 1,400, look, you'd be up bigly, as Holmes would say. He likes that word, bigly. You're going to get me start using that word. But look at this. You had a nice pump here, right? And you had kind of that upward bull flag that I always said. That upward rising bull flag, which I don't like, which usually ends in a downturn. And it did. Had a little bit of a down. Now you got this little stupid leg that looks like it could want to go. Well, I don't know. That's kind of pushing it. You got the Grinch foot happening here, like the leg and the Grinch foot, like you could come back down a little to this level here, 1,700, but that wouldn't be the end of the world, right? Overall, not real thrilled with Lark's call that he sold ETH. I think that's a horrible time to sell ETH. Look at this on the max chart of ETH. I mean, look at this. Not the time to sell ETH, guys. This is not the time to sell at all.
It's funny, like these guys will sit there and preach about don't sell your bags when they're down. Don't sell your bags when they're down. And how do you preach that for 2 years straight and then turn around and do this shit, man? Like, come on, man. Come on.
You know, in Lark's defense, dude, I will say this. In Crypto Lark Davis's defense, I will say this. He's an impatient bastard. I've watched him over the last 4 years. I love him to death. I love Lark. Watch him every day. And I'm a huge supporter. But he is one impatient prick. And when I say that, I say that with love. Wrong button. I say that with love. About Lark, I'm not talking shit. What I'm saying is he's a human being too. He's an investor too that has weaknesses and strengths. And I've watched him do this before. I watched a run where he got so pissed off. And I think it was Polkadot was the last one he did where he sold too early and then it ran. But he held for so long and he was so impatient after like a 2 or 3 year sideways thing. And then he was like, damn it. And he sold all his shit and he got mad because he was like, damn, I wish I wouldn't have sold that. So I've seen him that mistake. You guys think just because someone's a millionaire, they don't make mistakes, or just because someone's been doing something 30 years, they don't make a mistake. That's not how life works. And Lark is no different, dude. I think what it is, it's like crypto groundhog. I think when he gets impatient that he sells too early and it happens. Give me one, Wes. Talk to the people because I'm going to shut this down.
Hello, people.
All right, my bad.
You're good.
My bad. Yeah. If you're ready, I also want to give a shout out to Caroline and Crystal. If y'all are watching, give you guys a shout out. What is going on? But yeah, other announcements to come at the end of the show about some stuff going on in this ERE realm. We'll let you know that I may need some support from the family, from the Remora. Nothing crazy, but I might need a little bit of love on something that's about to come down the pike. We'll talk about that at the end, though. whenever you're ready, Wes, that's all I got. That's all I wanted to do is look at total global really quick, like I said. And then, yeah, dude, we can look at coins. We can look at TA, whatever you're ready, announcements, whatever you got.
Yeah, you know what I want to do? I have a few posts that I want to go over really fast. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me.
Is GMB with us today? Is he blessing us with his presence today?
There he is. He literally just posted in the chat. There he is.
There he is.
What's up, dude?
That was good timing.
That was very good timing.
There's my boy. There's my boy. Over there killing him down there in Florida on poker, man. Killing him. Teaching him how to do it.
Getting it. He getting it down there. You get him, GMB. All right. Yeah, I just want to look at a few posts, man. I mean, it's been kind of boring. You know, like we had that nice little move. We've been moving up. Cool. Everything's cool. And then we just started consolidating. And, yeah, I mean, we're kind of just chilling at 92, 93. And that's all right. You know, I want to see a nice little dip. We'll look at the charts in a second. But for now, I do want to go over some of these posts. There's a few of them on here that I think we should pay attention to. All right. This is pretty bullish, man. Siri, did you see this? So Bitcoin exchange balance dropped to 5-year low. Is a price surge coming? Of course it is, man. We all know it is. But the blue in this chart, look at that, man. That's the amount that is being held on the exchanges. What does that look like to you? You know I like these, man.
Wow, dude. Let me zoom in. Let me get my smart goggles on, man. I gotta get my freaking smart goggles on to see some of this shit. Let me see. SEC declares USDC and USDT are not securities. Well, thank the fucking Lord for that. We figured that out. Let's give them a fucking standing ovation. Not being a smart ass to you, Holmes. I'm being a smart ass to the SEC. I'm glad we finally figured that out. A stable coin's not an investment. Dicks. Sorry, Wes. You got sidetracked. Let me look here. So you're saying the green line is the amount of Bitcoin exchange on balances on the exchanges, correct? Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's the blue right here.
Yeah, the blue. That is sexy. That's what we like to see. That's what leads price.
Looks like a head and shoulders pattern. A little higher on the head here, neckline, boom, dropping down. Look at that bad boy, dude.
That's that old Bitcoin's
price. Yeah, you got Bitcoin's price just, slowly climbing up. And
you got the supply going straight on down.
Look at
that. That is a good chart, brother.
Look at that, man.
Woo! If you guys aren't bullish, if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet.
Wet. I've always liked
that. Don't light your fire, your wood is wet.
I mean, dude, look.
That's beautiful.
Look at that, dude. Ever since that's that consolidation. This is that previous consolidation, right?
Damn.
And then we had our leg up, and now this is where we're at now.
Nope, that people taking it off. Like, nope.
Since the bottom there, dude. Look at that sharp decline, dude.
That's craziness. How did we miss this chart over the last? How did we miss this, dude?
You guys, do you really understand? Do you understand what this chart tells us?
Holy shnikes, bro.
That big money is buying Bitcoin. When we're consolidating like that, they're taking it off the exchanges, man. They're taking it off the exchanges. When it's on the way up, they're sending it back to the exchanges. When it's on the way up, they're sending it back slowly, right? It takes a little while, but eventually they'll start sending it back to the exchanges. And yeah, man.
Bro, if you look at the inverse correlation of how deep this move is,
yeah.
Holy shit. Because we've been in a freaking uptrend since I gotta hide this stupid thing at the bottom of my bar. Yeah, you went right to it with your mouse since November, December, that's probably January. Looking at the calendar on the bottom, it's probably about January where the dots line up in the middle of that crash, where the exchange balance went all the way down the first time. Since then, the price has been in a nonstop uptrend, and it looked like
Uptrend
the
consolidation.
balance was, it looked like the balance was actually kind of going with it for a little while. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, at the end of that consolidation pattern, you get the whales saying, psych, okay, we're pulling it off the exchanges, bye-bye. And when you have that kind of a sharp move like we just did.
Look back here, dude. Look back here. As soon as we finished consolidating, we got to that bottom. Look what they did.
Bam.
They started taking it off the exchanges. And then as soon as it crosses up here and breaks its previous all-time high, what do? They start slowly loading it back, selling it back to the exchanges, right? And then they consolidate on the way down. And then look, when we hit bottom, boom, they start taking it back off the exchanges. And then, just
so the
slowly,
question is, where are they going to meet?
Consolidating.
Where are they going to meet this time? Because you see how they kind of interlock with each other on this chart. If I had to guess, if I was a betting man, I would say they were going to meet at 70,000, 75 in the near future.
Yeah, we're going to see this. They've been, right? So it's been coming off the exchanges, down, 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 down. And then it was consolidating here. And so when it starts to break up more, you'll see this blue line slowly start to come back up. And then eventually the price will be up. They'll meet somewhere. They'll be inverted to each other. So they're not selling right now, man. That is the point. They're not selling right now, dude.
Yeah.
If anything, they're doubling down. Yeah, they're doubling down, man. So I just wanted to point that out. I thought that was a really good chart.
Good post on that, bro. I don't know how we missed that the last couple of weeks. That is incredible.
Well, it just got posted today, I think. But anyway, all right. So the Bitcoin historian Justin Arkinvest just revised its bull case for Bitcoin, priced to 2.4 million due to government and corporate buying. Here we go. I don't think 2.4 million. That's a bold prediction,
that's that 2030 shit, man.
Yeah, that's a bold prediction, man. They should be a little more. Yeah.
Liars, though, man. These professional freaking money callers, man, they're allowed to lie. I wish they made a law for a fiduciary responsibility law to hold people a little more accountable. If you're the CEO of a freaking finance company and you're out here shilling people that XRP is going to $15,000 and shit, there should be a law against that, bro. Like, all right. I don't know. This shilling.
Yeah. This is the guy we all need to learn to be like. Someone just moved 50 Bitcoin. They mined 15 years ago at under 10 cents, dude. They held to 5 million. Absolute legend. So that's good to see, man, because that was just somebody like just your everyday guy, man. Your everyday Charlie.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, man. 10 cents per Bitcoin. He mined. He sold 50.
Dude.
Imagine how many more he has. He's probably got way more.
Shit. Damn, do you know how much money that is? They held to 5 million.
Yeah.
God bless America, bro.
50.
Wow, that's some freaking Dungeons and Dragons playing mother effer right there.
Yeah,
that was ahead of the curve, bro.
Here we go, LE5 DeFi. If you've been keeping up, you'll see that these 3 DEX perps have recently grabbed CT Mine share. That's Hyperliquid, of course. But Lighter's the one that I'm using now. I'm still waiting to get my referral here. But Lighter's one that I've been using. I haven't used Ostium yet, but I've been hearing about it. But I think Lighter's going to be a really good opportunity there, man. If you're looking for something that's kind of like Hyperliquid, I mean, they are very, very similar. If you're looking for something like that, they could possibly give you a nice airdrop. Lighter is the way to go. And hopefully I'll get some referrals here because they only give you they'll send you a code, but you can only use it once, and then you have to keep trading and get more codes. It's kind of one of those things.
Well, let me ask you: is that a layer 2 transfer over? Do you have to use Arbitrum to bridge it over? How do you bridge over to Lighter?
Let's see. So Ostium is Arbitrum L2, custom Oracle Keeper. I don't know. Lighter is custom ZK rollup. I don't know. It doesn't say the onboarding. I didn't have to do any onboarding or go.
You didn't have to do nothing.
Arbitrum. Huh? No, you just deposit straight into Lighter. So I guess it's its own custom ZK rollup, ZK Lighter. Yeah.
But you're just straight up did you have to manually connect to ZK, or were you just like on ETH, or like did it matter which chain you were on?
Good question, man.
That's what I'm confused with.
I remember. So yeah, you can trade on any. You can deposit via Base, Arbitrum, Optimism. You can use any of the roll-ups.
That's cool. That's cool. And you haven't used the Ostium, but do you think these are worthy air farm opportunities here?
Yeah, I think Lighter is one that I've been hearing about, especially in the Prime Apes Discord. A lot of people in there are using Lighter.
Okay.
So I've been hearing a lot about Lighter.
Wait a minute. Ostium has up to 200x leverage. Sierra says, "What's that? What's going on over here and shit?
Oh hell!
What is going on here? Oh, a new way to lose money. Awesome. Okay, right. 200x. Good God.
Yeah, Lighter is most of them are 50x. Hyperliquid, you can trade Hype at 10x, I believe it is. So it's not bad, man. There's a lot of stuff on there.
That one prick that ruined it for everybody got our recess taken away on Hyperliquid. Thanks a lot, Dick.
Right. But it looks like Lighter is the way to go, man, if you're going to farm it for airdrops. I mean, literally every trade you do, like with Hyperliquid, I was doing my normal trading, but I was also doing like, $50, 20x, 100x, and like doing a quick trade because, I mean, that's considered volume. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't get the volume for the $100 or the $50. You get it for the whatever the trade amount is, like after the leverage. So to build up $1 million in trade volume is really not that hard, man, if you're trying to farm something. So
very nice. There's some alpha, ladies and gentlemen. There's your alpha from Crypto Remora right there.
There's your alpha.
You don't have to watch the rest of the show. All right. Have a good night.
Have a good night, guys. Till next time. All right. So this is huge, man. I think I got one more, but this is huge right here. So Fed decision in June. We want to get that 25 basis point decrease. It's at 45%. People are saying we're going to get 25 decrease. 47% are saying no change. Dude, if we want the markets to send and keep going, we want to get that 25% cut, dude. We have to. That 25% cut. Or 0.25, excuse me. We got to get that cut. And it looks like we had it coming up at first. And Polymarket is like nails it on the head every time. The closer that we get to it, Polymarket will make the call, dude. Like it's crazy how on point it is. But yeah, so we're seeing these going in and out, crossing over each other. But it looks like we're finally starting to, tick back up on the 25 basis points. So hopefully that's what we end up getting. I think we will, man. I think we'll get the cut. And that would be good for us.
So shout out to Crystal. Shout out to Crystal with the fire idea. She said you guys should let people call in.
Oh, damn.
And I'm like, damn, You know what? That right there is a fucking fire idea. I mean, like the radio station, you know how they take the callers and shit? Could you imagine if we had a little segment like that? That would be freaking dope. Yo, who it is? Studio. That would be freaking great. Good idea. Say no motherfucking beat.
Say no mother beat. Hang on the phone. Yeah, this is what Holmes was talking about. Federal Reserve Board announces the withdrawal of guidance for banks related to their crypto asset and dollar token activities and related changes to its expectations for these activities. So the SEC or the Federal Reserve and the SEC. Wait a minute, am I getting this confused? Anyways, they're not gonna be fucking with banks. Banks can do whatever they want with the crypto stuff, man. They don't have to, ask for permission. None of that stuff. So that is huge as well. I think that's a big deal. Big deal here. So we got some bullish news. Bullish news, man. Good stuff.
Announces withdrawal of guidance for banks related to dollar token activities.
I think that's good. Like, do we really want that? Do we really want it?
Can I read that again just out loud? My reading comprehension level just went down to second grade.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Federal Reserve Board announces withdrawal of guidance. Wait, it's zoomed all jacked up, Wes. Can you back it out again?
Shit. Yeah.
I don't know why it does that. There we go. Federal Reserve Board announces the withdrawal the withdrawal. That confused me because I'm thinking crypto withdrawal. Federal Reserve Board announces the withdrawal of guidance for banks related to their crypto asset and dollar token activities and related changes to its expectations for these. It's a bit of an eye chart. That's a bit of an eye chart there. Forgive me. Yeah, I think that's good.
I think so, man. Like, right?
It's worded all jacked up. Little confusing in the way it's worded, but
there was another
I believe that it's good. It's a good thing. It sounds like a positive, net positive for us.
It sounds all right. Let me do this because y'all can see all my lists. There was another post that kind of dug into it a little bit more.
Did GMB give us any bullet points for this week? Or has he been playing poker?
He's been poking. He's been poking.
You know what he said, though? GMB said, wake him up back at 102. So we're still, GMB has every right to be chilling right now because I feel his pain. I think I know why. Imagine if you've been in one full cycle past us, Wes, how boring it must be right now. That's why I like zombies.
Oh, I know, right?
Zombies like, shit, I ain't even making a video, bro. Zombies like, he ain't even made a video in a month. So, yeah.
All right. I got a little more clarity on this. So the guidance for the banks was something that was put in place in 2022 and 2023 that required banks to notify or get approval before engaging in crypto or stablecoin. So,
yeah, that's choke point 2.0. Okay, I got it. This is literally like the reversal of choke point 2.0, these assholes. So, okay, that's yes, it is a good thing then. But it's not a great news thing. It's just the reversal of something that was detrimental. So, yeah, it's anti.
It is good. I think it's a good thing.
It's a good thing, but it's still not it's a step forward only because it was a step backward originally. In other words, this whole thing was done to choke crypto. So all they did was loosen up the stranglehold around crypto a little bit by saying, hey, you guys don't have to do this anymore. So it is absolutely a good thing. But my point is, it's something that we shouldn't have to say, hey, maybe we shouldn't choke crypto. You know, this is something that should have been done 4 years ago, but we'll take it now.
Yeah, we'll take it. This actually just came in from Cointelegraph. I love these charts, man. I like speculating on these charts. I know you do too. So
yeah, these are good. These show good consistency.
But I want to click on it because I can't see it. Hold on. We got some decent viewers in here.
You guys are in here. Please hit like. Please hit subscribe. We appreciate it. We love you. It helps us out. We don't ask for any money or any tips or any kind of donations. And we are only 200 subscribers away, guys. If you are one of the subscribers in the next 200, you are literally going to help Wes and I continue to do this channel and break into the algorithm that we need, which is over 1,000 subscribers. We're at 800 and some change. So if you give us a subscribe, it is more important now than it's ever been. And we appreciate it. So if you're on YouTube, if you have a Google account, go to the channel, hit subscribe. Just doing that one little thing will help us out tremendously.
Yeah, man. And thank you guys. All right, here it is, man. Here it is. I can't remember what I predicted on this or what you predicted, but here it is. April so far. Wait a minute. Yeah, April so far is green. So we want May to be like really, really green. That is the one I think most people are, a little weary about.
Yeah, I'm a little tired of this little 9 and 12% bullshit, to be honest with you.
Sucks, dude.
I'm ready to see them 34, 52, 27. Let's get a couple of them. I know we got a couple more left. Like, come on, bro.
Come on, man. Like, look at this shit. Look at this. 2013 in November, 449% in 1 month, dude. Can we get one more of those? Just one more.
I think we will. I think we'll. Well, I don't know about the 400 shit, but that's a little bit of a. That's a little
stretch.
Bit of a. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. But if you look at that February, man, it's like brutal, -17 and -31. But then look at all the other Februaries. It was like 18, 20, 23, 36, 12, 43%. And then you go to March, right? March had a lot of red, right? Total shit ton of red, except for in 2021. 2021 was a nice, and I believe that was the last euphoric stage of the bull run. So that makes sense, right? So now here we are, 2025. January, February, March are shit, right? I mean, not complete shit because you had 10% in January, you got 12% in April. But February and March are kind of shit. Look what happened in 2020 after 2 shit months, February and March. Look what happened in 2020. You had a 34% run in April and then a 52% run in May. So let's say we just had a 12% run in April. You know, if you judge it on past shit, I'm gonna make it work. Make this make sense.
Make it work, man.
I'm gonna make it work. So if we had that run, let's see, 2020, 34, then you had 10% run. Yeah, not looking good there. But
not looking great.
Not looking great. Let's skip over 2020.
Let's just put this chart down.
We can't go to 2021 either. Let's just go to the next slide.
Let's just take this down. Look at October, though, man. October has always been, and you've always said this, Siri,
October, November, December,
has
baby.
Always been the best
month.
So we've got October that's good. September is probably up there as well. Not September.
No, September shit. August is shit. But that was kind of what I was expecting, dude. I was expecting August, September to be red, and then October, November, December to go ballistic.
I just found the best
let's
ones.
See, May, June, July, dude. It's still
February. February has always been good. We just
I know what we're doing. I know what we're doing wrong. Go down to 2017, bro. Compare this to 2017. Look at 2017. If you go across to 2017, what happened April, May, June? 32, 52, and 10%. Then you even had one more squeeze in July. I think we are in the equivalent of, I've said this before, the 2017 is where I feel like we are now, more so than the 2020 bullshit because you had COVID and all that. Mm-hmm. I think this is the second wave of the euphoric initial ICO of Ethereum and shit. So 2017 would be the one I would look at.
All right, so we have 2013 first year, 2017 bull year, 2021 bull year, and then 2025 bull year, right? Those are the last cycle tops, right? 17, 21, 25. So this is supposed to be a really, really good year.
This is it, man.
So far, we've gotten 2 reds and 2 greens. So that means, you know what that means?
That means the rest is supposed to be pretty damn good, bro.
Go, man.
That means the rest is supposed to be good with maybe a cool off in August or September. Maybe we have that slight correction before the euphoric, which is what we've been saying, dude. So, yeah, dude, I would compare this more to 2017, and that would be the sexiest chart in my opinion because you had a 65% run with a 7% correction. Then you followed that with a 47%. Not saying that we get these kind of runs, you guys, because obviously there's more capital, but the consistency of the pump. Yeah. Wow, dude. Look at 2017, bro. Look at that shit.
I know, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
3 reds the entire year. And right now we've got 2.
Oh, we got 2 of them out of the way. That's the way I see it.
2 of them were in the very beginning as well. Q1 of 2017.
Dude. Yeah, dude.
And then April, May, June, July, August. August was a great
look at August
year, man.
Man, can you imagine if we get 5 green months?
All right,
with 1 red correction, then 3 more green months, bro. Could you imagine?
Something in common I just found. 2017. Look at August. Like these correlate. August 2021, July, August.
Mm-hmm.
So July, August. Could be a fucking May, June, July, August. Could be great.
With September being that red, being that cool off.
Yeah.
Which would be perfect because then everyone would say, all right, pack it up. It's over. It's all over. Boom. And then that October, November, December run just comes along and smacks the piss out of everybody. And that I'm still thinking that's our path to 275 is October, November, December. And we'll see, dude.
You keep saying December. I'm not looking at
Possibly
December.
before December. You can be cashed out before December.
I'm out,
I know
dude.
that.
I'm
You're out,
done.
You can be chilling.
Yeah. November the latest.
Yeah, I like that. That's being safe. But good chart. We've turned a negative into a positive, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what we do, man. That's what we do. Just move the line. Just move the line. All right, and I think that's it, man. That's all I got for that. So, yeah. That's going to do it, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
There we go.
So we'll look at some charts, huh?
We certainly shall. This goes perfectly with the M2 global supply increase. This could be epic gains and send Bitcoin to over $200,000 in August.
Hype it up, Holmes. Hype it up. Let's go, baby.
Oh, shit. GMB?
What?
GMB says, bro, I remember 2017. This does remind me of 2017. Then he says, 100%. I'm glad y'all are showing this. And then he says, you ready? Now I'm going back to sleep.
All right, good night, man. We'll wake you up.
We love to have an OG in the space saying that, because you know what? That, if anything, you guys, you know what it shows me when OGs are doing that? It shows me the unwavering. And when I say unwavering, I mean unwavering confidence in this asset class. Let's go to full screen for 1 sec with me and Wes. If you're on the sideline about crypto, if you're not sure about it being an investment, if you're unsure of it being real money, I hear a lot of people say, oh, it's fake money, it's paper money, it's not real. Can you spend it? That's the biggest shit I always hear, right?
Right.
Oh, but can you spend it? Can you spend it? And I'm just like,
just knock over.
I'm just slamming shit because I'm getting passionate. Can you spend it? Can you spend it? Okay. Can you spend it? You know, what does that little logo say on it? It says Visa. Okay. Visa. You know, anywhere that accepts that shit? Yes. Anywhere that accepts that little VISA, you can spend it. You can turn your crypto immediately
Gentleman's
into
Club.
Whatever, bro. I mean, literally, I use
station.
crypto every single freaking day. And likewise, okay, you don't like crypto.com? Okay, look at this. Robinhood. Go to Robinhood.
Cuz you need a new car.
I know, I used the fuck out of it. That's what I'm trying to say. They're bending up and shit. I need 2 new cards because that's how much I use crypto. So when people say, is it real? Can you use it? Yes.
Yeah.
I do it, man.
I've literally went and bought somebody something just because of that. They're like, can you actually spend the money? Is it like real money? And I'm like, you want something from the store? I'm going to go use it to buy you something right now.
Right. Exactly. Okay. So let's get that shit out of the way. Yes, you can use it. It's real money. Number one. Now, do you have to convert it technically to use it on the card? Yeah. But a conversion in 2026 it's a button push. You push one button, it's instantly converted. So you don't need to worry about that. The second part is it going to be around? Is the government going to regulate it? Is the government going to shut it down? Is the These cats like GMB that have been in this since 2017, what did he just say? I'm going back to sleep now. I'll see you in a little bit. The confidence of crypto zombie. He don't have to overshill you Bitcoin. He rode a bike to work. He's a multimillionaire now. He's got a nice freaking fat pad down in Florida, living it up, dude. Living it up from Bitcoin because he made the decision. He pulled the trigger very, very earlier than we did, earlier than all of us watching right now, I'm sure. But the point is, Crypto Jeb, that's another one. These people have changed their lives with crypto. I'm not saying you need to trust everybody online. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is when you see all these people having, it's not a sales thing like, oh, well, you should buy this so I can get rich. They don't care about that shit, bro. These people already made their money off of crypto. So they're not selling you something they need you to buy. And it's not a Ponzi scheme is what I'm trying to say. There's no Ponzi scheme element to it. It's not like, oh, if you get in now, you know, it's like, and likewise, I think people have this standoff view of crypto still. Like it's like this dirty, like Ponzi multi-level marketing, like Amway type shit. It's got that stigma, right? And I don't know why it has that, but I'm telling you that I'm if I could teach you anything as a noob, I would say Do more research. Watch videos. Watch documentaries on it. Just feed your brain with as much stuff as you can. If you're interested in buying crypto, go take the plunge, bro. Like, dig deep. There's so much shit on YouTube. There's so many videos and documentaries and research things. There's so much stuff you can look at. And I strongly urge you not to just watch our channel. If you want to get into crypto, but you're scared, you need to do more research. You need to look more into Bitcoin and what it is. Go watch videos on blockchain. Go watch videos on how the tech works, cryptography. Go watch stuff, man. And I think with education, your view changes. So if you've got this strong opinion, oh, it's a scam, but you haven't educated yourself, or you haven't watched any videos, shame on you. You shouldn't have such a strong opinion on something you don't understand. Go out there and do the research. Put the work in first. And then once you do, I promise you, you'll come around, dude. You will come around. It'll eventually bite you because the tech is there. 100% it is there, and it is very real.
Yeah, there's
GMB says if you're a reader, real quick, Wes. GMB says if you're a reader, read the Bitcoin Standard. I'm not a reader. Yeah. I'm a video guy. I like videos, man. But if you're a book guy, read that book. It's Nafadim Safadias or so. I can't say his fucking name. I don't even know why I tried. But the guy that wrote that is freaking incredible. Bitcoin Bull. Yeah, excellent book, excellent recommendation. So yeah, I encourage you very much. Please, even if it's just you don't want to read no stinking book, you want to watch videos. There's a Bitcoin documentary called How Money Changed. What is it? How Money Became Worthless. Bitcoin documentary. Type it in on YouTube. It'll come right up. There's two 2-hour documentaries. They show up back to back. I've watched both of them several times, but watch those, man. Those are really good.
Yeah, and then go to @Toshiba Hero and go to his pinned post
and give him a follow.
Go to his Substack, Lost in Space Coast, and learn the basics and how to use all that shit, man.
Damn right.
Just throwing that out there. And then another thing, man. Speaking of, the stores and stuff, there was Spar. I just saw a post today. Spar, I guess they're mostly like in Switzerland, and Zug, it's like a grocery store, in different countries or whatever. So they, where's that? Grocery store giant Spar to expand Bitcoin and Lightning payments after successful trial. That's like, let's see, I don't know. I'm trying to find my Grok. Because I was looking at it earlier. 1,000 businesses. Yeah, over 1,000 businesses already accepting Bitcoin in Switzerland. 2025. Yep.
I thought you were saying Sparrow, like the one in the mall, the pizza joint. I was going to say you pretty much have to be a Bitcoin millionaire to afford their fucking pizza. $7 for a slice. That's Sparrow.
Jesus, dude.
It's good, dude. I've had it once in the last 20 years, twice. 2 times I've had it in the last 20 years because they literally charge you like $6 for one slice.
Yeah,
but it's good shit, dude.
So the big pushback with that is, and I think this is why they're trying to address the capital gains tax on Bitcoin is because, why would you use that and then the businesses are holding the Bitcoin and then they're going to get taxed for, the price appreciation or whatever for accepting it. So there's definitely some challenges still there. You know what I mean? There's definitely some challenges still there, but I think that they are getting addressed in a positive, manner. So,
we could, be fun. Can you bring up, excuse me. Sorry guys. Can you bring up like the 5-minute chart and we can watch this shit live? Cause Crypto Holmes just said, look, Bitcoin is trying to break 94K. That's one of the reasons I love watching Jordan Cameron in the chat. Everyone gets hype and shit. They're watching the charts together, playing the pump music when it's pumping.
I want to do live
we don't have
trading,
to copy
man.
that shit. We don't have to copy that kind of shit, but can we pull a chart up and on the overlay with
I want to do live trading. I want to do live trading.
Let's do it, bro.
I want to do
pull it up now?
Yeah. I want to do live trading where like we're actually trading. Like
I didn't want to pretend the shit. I didn't want to be faking the shit. I don't want to be doing paper trading, bro. Let's go. I mean, can we pull it up? Let's pull it up.
I really think that, I don't want to do it now. I mean, I'm not going to.
Right. On the next episode?
Or like something. Yeah.
Force the trade, bro.
I
Move the
need
lines.
move the lines. No, what I need to do, man, is I need to get together a strategy for the lower time frames, dude. The 1 minute, the 3 minute, 5 minute. Like, I don't have a strategy for that low, and I don't trust myself just yet doing it. But
yeah, that's quite the low time frame. But we let's at least pull the chart up and celebrate that Bitcoin's trying to break 94K right now, because Holmes is getting all jacked up. I think he's
about
about
to. Yeah, we're
you
about to.
You gotta pump it up. Oh, you watch my boy
you
too,
got
man.
To bump it up.
You watch my boy too, man.
Pump it up.
Let's go.
15-minute. I mean, dude, look at this, dude. I thought we were on the way. I put in a short here. When we lost this, I put in a short last night like an idiot, but on the lower time frames, I put in the short. And then we started falling below it. And then we started coming back up here, and I got out of my short. I lost like $5. Like a freaking moron, dude. I wasn't being patient. And then we went down lower, and that would have been a good trade.
Bro,
but
he's not playing, Wes. Look at this shit, bro.
I know, 93.
Look at this shit. Is this a bullish pin bar forming on this correction right now, too? Is it bullish? No, it's a little slightly bearish on that one. Yeah, slightly bearish.
This is the 5 minute. I don't have a strategy for it, man. I got
long the shit out of it. Long it at the blue, man. Long at the blue line, man.
It drops at, like, look at that. This would scare the shit out of me trying to put a trade in.
That's a little scary right there.
Like, I do that. I'm looking at something. I'm like, damn, I would have got that one. And then I'll put it on replay trading and run it back. And I'm like, yeah, I probably wouldn't have took that trade. Probably wouldn't have done it.
But I will say this. I will say this, bro. That level right there at 90, 91, 92. Yeah, I'm still looking for a bounce back down around 92, 90.
I want to see 90.
92. No, 93, dude. I'm actually saying 93. So that ain't that far away right now. Anyway.
5 minute, dude. Like, let's
go.
I want to see 90, man. I want to see 90. But hold on, man. Let's look at the overall before we start getting all crazy in here, man. And
there we go.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into this. I have this highlighted because this is the point of control area. So our point of control up here in this is 93.9, 94,000 point of control since we've been in this range. And that's where we've gotten stopped out at. Look, I mean, we're staying above this blue zone. I thought we were going to get stopped out here in the blue zone. We keep coming back and retesting it. And we're staying above it. Yeah, we're staying above it, and it's looking good. So the direction of this, man, coming up, going sideways here, consolidating, putting in a weird bull flag kind of thing. Bullish market structure is what I like to say. That's bullish market structure, continuation up. And now we're just getting stomped out here, which is our counter trend, right? So we have this upper range that we've stayed in for a long time. Then we dropped and started making a new range. And now I'm just kind of looking at this like two moves, right? Wave up, wave down. And then right now we're just hitting our head on this previous one, basically flipping the support that was here into resistance until we can break above it. And I'm not going to be satisfied with it, man, until we can get past this this blue range up top, and then this high volume area directly above it, which is $100,000, man. We need to get above 100K, dude.
Well, see,
we're at a major level right now. Yeah.
When you zoom in right there and you see the VPVR on the right, the pink, what is that at? 93.9. That's at 94, right? That's
which one?
The widest. White? Yeah, right there. That's 94. Yeah.
The point of control for that range is about 95, 96.
Okay. So basically, we got a little more room to run. We're forming a massive bullish candle right now on whatever time frame that is, the daily.
Yeah, this is the daily. Yeah, this is good.
So this is a bullish. That's a bullish pin bar followed by a shooting star. It looks like that looks like a shooting star.
Yeah, it's bullish, man.
Yeah, that's really, bullish as shit.
It is very bullish.
That is as bullish as bullish could get. As a matter of fact, I would dare say we need a correction after those kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, damn, dude, bro. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is a fresh. I have not seen the chart since Monday. Basically, that bullish pin bar. Holy shit, bro! Look at that.
But we've seen this before. We've seen it. Like this
seen
whole
it before,
move,
but feels like it hadn't been since 2020, bro. I ain't seen this fucking much green since 2020, bro. I'm about to wake up again.
Yeah. Look, I mean, look at so we've got some good volume too down here, and that's another thing that I like to see. But it is starting to round off, and you can see obviously the bodies are getting smaller and smaller. Man, I just want to see a pullback, dude. If we would just pull back to like 90, I would be fucking. I would be so happy, man. I would be so happy.
Prices are irrational, and what's going to happen is we do need to pull back.
We need to pull back, man. We need to pull back. Yeah, we really do.
We need to pull back and bounce back around 84. And I just want to be that sober guy that says, no, don't drive home drunk. Don't go to the party. Let's go back to 84. But in reality, Finkster and Elon and Trump and these tariff deals coming to a close and all this shit that's been going on, dude, you may not see the shit, bro. I mean, yeah, I as much as I say it would be good, let's be honest. Bitcoin moves like taking a bunch of freaking 5 and 6 year olds and giving them chocolate milk and potato chips and candy bars and saying, putting it on the table and saying, hey guys, try not to eat that.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. You leave the room for 3 hours and what happens? You come back, all the candy's gone. All the chips are fucking all over the couch. You know, it's that kind of a party where it would be responsible for us to come back down and retest. The reality is we're starting to flip into this mode of, and I'm going to bring us up for a minute. I wish we could have the chart on the screen too, but we're starting to flip into this mode, I believe, Wes, that irresponsibility is going to start to creep in. When I say irresponsibility, I mean the Wall Street guys have been buying during the fear. They've been buying the fear, right? Down at 77, 784. They've been scooping. Retail wakes up and they go, what's going on? Oh, shit, Bitcoin's at 94. I think we're getting closer to that point where retail is those irresponsible 5-year-olds going, hey, look, there's fucking candy over there on the table, right? So what's going to happen is they're not looking at that $84,000 correction like me and you are, or like the whales are. And the whales probably know it. The whales are the ones that left the candy on the table. And I think we're getting to that point very soon. Maybe not this week, maybe not next week, but very soon you're going to wake up and all that candy and shit's going to be gone, meaning the responsible cool-offs, the responsible price action where we need to come down and cool off. I'm not saying we won't have dips, but I'm saying that regular normal price action is going to go out the fucking window, dude. You remember in 2020, man, when you just woke up and you looked at your phone. You look at your phone and you're like, dude, how can this thing keep going up?
Right.
Oh, and yeah. Those days are coming again.
I think it's just been so long since we felt that.
Years.
It's so hard. Now I understand how people get that disbelief in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, again, I mean, I've been saying like I've been saying it since back here that we need to reverse. Like it's time to freaking reverse, man. And, just looking back when we finally broke out of this, this looks the same way. We had that massive candle up and then we were like, just slowly going up here. I still consider that a corrective movement, even though it was up, you know what I mean, in a way. But it is a cool off and it does allow time for, not really. I mean, we just went sideways on the RSI. This is considered overbought and we still went higher. I mean, we went much higher, dude, and we kept on going. So it's really hard to say, man.
Now, looking at it like this, when you're coming out of this falling wedge, we didn't even bounce. We were so irresponsible. We didn't even retest off of the freaking.
Nope.
But how sharp we came down in that falling wedge. I mean, look at how exhausted that falling wedge was. You were more typically a falling wedge only goes 70% before the breakout.
Yeah, we were.
If you were to measure this falling wedge breakout, I guarantee it's closer to 80, 90, possibly 92% all the way through this pattern, dude. I mean, look at how exhausted we overexhausted that falling wedge. So when you overexhaust a falling wedge, what happens? You get a massive breakout, and that's what we just had. So non-retesting of that red level is actually kind of okay. Now, I would say we should retest that other level, which is at an 83, 84. And that's what I thought we were going to do. But Bitcoin had other plans. Bro.
Yeah.
So 86
yeah.
is the next level to look for a cool off. But then, at what point are we going to pinball in that little gap there? I mean, look at the market makers gap. If I had to guess, I would say that would be where we're going. The VPVR gap on the right-hand side of the screen is in between 88 and 93. I would say the market makers are going to fill that gap. I think we go down and sideways from now till Monday. We have a little bit of a cool off and go sideways within that gap. Fill that gap of VPVR, whatever that was. And
I would love to see that. That's what I want. That's what I'm planning for. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see a pullback and retest 90 and 88 and 84. I would love to see that.
But we might not get it. We may not get it. Maybe the irrational time of the market a little bit now, because we had this pump. People are like, oh, yeah, man, download Coinbase, man. When you're like when you're out to eat and you hear some jackass behind you. No, it's called Coinbase.
Coinbase.
When you start hearing that shit at restaurants or grocery stores, I don't think we're at that point yet. But I do think that the early chads of this run, the smart ones, are waking up right now, and they're starting to go, you know what? Let's start playing around again. Or your part-timers. You got part-timers like freaking Daniel. I would even consider a part-timer. He only comes around every cycle. He's like, oh shit, I think it's time to buy again. Like, I don't know how he does it. He does no research, and the kid somehow disappears for 3 years, and then he's like, yo, you think it's a good time to buy ETH? And he just bought a couple $1,000s worth of ETH like a month or two ago or whatever, and he's still holding. So that you can have part-timers that come in every cycle, every 4 years, and just make their killing and then dip out again. So I do think the smart ones that do that are coming in. They're coming back. But regular old retail is not here yet. Definitely not here yet.
I got you, man. This is a chart that I've been watching for a little while. New one that I made. And this is showing that, we're in the right direction. We've got a bullish movement here. The blue has officially crossed over the red. So it is showing like this is official. We're in an uptrend. We're over all of our moving averages. We're above the 50. We're above the 20. We're above the 200 on the daily. That's
a golden cross, right?
This is a golden cross. The 50 just crossed the 200. The 20 just crossed the 50. So we've got 3 bullish crosses right here, or 2, excuse me. 2 bullish crosses right here, golden crosses on the different time frames. And I didn't catch that last time, dude, but that's why we spiked up so hard, is because we got that crossover right here, right? And that was Monday. Monday we were looking at this. We were touching it on the daily. I didn't even catch this, dude. I texted you shortly after. And we got that cross right there, and then we finally spiked up. So this could be the beginning of something, really fun. We'll see. It's looking good, man. It's looking good. But it's showing that we are a little over bought here, and I'm expecting a pullback. And I think that any pullback to 90 or 88 or whatever is going to be an excellent opportunity, and I'm going to be taking trades on that.
Dude, just looking at this, I'm going to tell you right now, this is such a steep when we said it was coiling up like a snake, coil, strike. Yep. The strike just happened. Like Bitcoin just had a nice little snake bite. And what happens now, I'm actually looking for the pullback just based on this chart to be at the lowest around 90,000. And I know that sounds counterintuitive. I know it sounds like we need to go back down to 86 because I would rather go to 86, 87. But illogically, I don't think you get those opportunities again. It's possible, but I think 90,000 is the mark, bro. I think
that's why I said
we're both seeing that, dude.
90K, dude. I'm gonna put a long in. If it goes to 88, I'm gonna add to it. Like that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
I like that. I like that call. I like 90,000 as our next target is over the weekend. We're going into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
True.
Volume kind of drops off on the weekend because markets are closed on Wall Street. Then boys go home and spend time with the wives. And then they're buying shit coins while they're watching Crypto Remora on the weekends on their time off. So I think I think the logistical, the best thing to happen would be to cool back down and go back down to 85. But I don't think we're going to get that. I think we're going to get the illogical shit going on where she wants to make the move back up towards 100,000, and it may be too soon to where we don't break above it if that's what happens. Like, in other words, let's say we don't go back to 90,000 and we just straight go sideways over the weekend. Then next week we get another bullish news, right? Maybe something like that happens where we head up to 100,000 before we're ready, hit our head, then come back down and get one more move. Like, in other words, there could be a little bit more sideways action before we really crack 100K and really shoot for the moon. But we won't know that till the end of next week. That'll be a weekly kind of thing. Very interesting to see play out, though. I will say that it's definitely looking like this could be the start of this gargantuan run. Like, this could be right where that yellow line is. We could be right there, like, boom.
Yeah, that's
the next couple months. Yeah, like we're just gonna run. Like, and if that's the case, dude, you may never see $80,000 Bitcoin again over the next year, like until the bear market or some shit.
I'm convinced. I mean, this is the last time we had that crossover. This is the exact moment we had this happen was back here. And you see this kind of, we move up, we push above the moving averages. We kind of just go sideways for a couple of days, let that cool off, let momentum kind of cool off a little bit. And then we had that pull off back to the 200, and then we fucking took off. And again, and that's why I said, Siri, when I think I texted you the other day about,
look at that.
Anytime it drops to that 200, I'm gonna take a trade.
Let's go back down to 80. Okay, so I'm with you. Say we go sideways, we go up to 96, 98, hit our head, come back down, have a cool off around 85,000. That would be touching that 200-day moving average perfectly, just like we did back there. And then, bam, we start rolling. I
think we go sideways for a couple of days. The 200 will slowly start coming up. So I'm looking for like 88 to 90
as the pullback.
Yeah, possibly. That's I think that's what I'm gonna do.
I like that, dude. I think that's the play, and I think that's about where we're at, bro. The only weird thing about that is it's October, November, December, like August, September is where we were in that time frame. But that was the last move. That's got nothing to do with nothing, really. I mean, that's just the rhythm of what was that move?
That was an 85% move. So, and that's not count. That's not, I didn't measure it from the bottom like here. I measured it from where we were, if we are right there. So an 80.
Let's take a look.
5% move. Just for fun. Just for fun.
From here?
171,000.
And I'm not happy with that being the top. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with that. I think that's horse shit. I think we can do better than that.
I'll be satisfied.
I think we can do better than that. Ladies and gentlemen, $170,000 ain't.
Yeah, I would be happy. Because if Bitcoin does 85%, the altcoins are going to fucking run, dude.
They are.
Run. No.
ETH is going to freaking pimp. Okay, Crypto Home says, when Coinbase is the most downloaded app, look out and make your way to the exits. Truer things have never been said.
Yeah, that is correct.
Man, let me just say, I didn't even read this yet. Man, let me just say, FL has been annoying. All I hear about is XRP.
Florida.
I heard all about XRP at the poker table. Dude, GMB, I'm with you on that, bro. That's all I see. The LARPers. This guy, Sal Grumpity, was on like one of these talk shows, the daily money talk shows where the big money people go on, like Wall Street freaking shows, mainstream television. And they're like talking to him and they're like, what do you think about XRP? And I'm just like, watching these newscasters, bro, that are like that were just talking so much shit
funny,
about
man.
crypto 6 months ago, how it's a scam. And then when Sam Bankman-Fried, they were having a field day with that shit, how fake crypto is and all this shit. Now they're all like leaning forward at the table, like, do you really think XRP is gonna do that? And then they ask him, like, what is the tech? And then this guy who you can tell is just a money guy, he's not a tech guy, and he's a big money, Wall Street guy, and he's just sitting there and he's like, well, you can speculate on XRP, sure, and we're gonna have all kinds of things on XRP. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, you got nothing different on XRP than you got on any other chain right now. All chains do the same thing that XRP does. Stop it. But these retail kids, man, I think it's the brainwashing of the YouTube videos. It's like that cult mindset of XRP, XRP, XRP. They've just heard about it so much. It's been beaten into their head. But I try to tell people, look, I'm not bashing XRP, but if you don't understand market cap, you're going to get freaking destroyed. And even if you're not going to not make money, you could still make money. But if you're throwing all your money on this horse that's going to be going slower than the other horses, you're missing out on other potential gains. I try to explain that to people, but it's one of those things where sometimes if they've heard it too much, if they've heard about it just too much, the programming, and they don't understand how market cap works, they're going to get slaughtered, and you just have to kind of sit there and watch them, and you're just like, damn. But and that's not us fudding XRP. If there is XRP holders, XRP army, we love you guys too. It's not like that. We want you. We're glad you're going to make money. Everybody make money. But if you're a noob, I think it's very dangerous to just blindly follow cult coins like that. Be very careful, because it's already a top 5 coin, dude. It don't have nowhere else to go. Like, it can go up, but it's got to literally beat Bitcoin and Ethereum to go parabolic. So if you're betting on XRP being the top dog, you better be right. Like, it better beat Bitcoin and Ethereum for you to be, if that's your biggest investment. I do think you'll make money. I think you'll double your money potentially. I don't think you'll do any more than that, though. Like, I think XRP could go to maybe $10 at the most, but these calls on YouTube for $1,000 XRP, $1,500 XRP, they're pissing on your leg and telling you that it's raining. Okay, do not believe that shit. There's so much money would have to come in for it to go to that price. It's not going to happen, dude.
Yeah.
Coffee shop. They're doing it at the coffee shops down there, GMB. I have to set them boys straight, man. I have to come down there. We're going to get Wes to come down there. We're going to do a fucking live stream from the coffee shop. Me and Wes will come down there, and we'll live stream and set them boys straight about market cap. Give them a good lesson on what market cap means. Once you understand market cap, you'll not think that way.
Yeah. I want to point a few things out that I just saw that I'm seeing on Lux Algo here. So we talked about this orange bar and the green dots, reversing, and that's why these yellow arrows are there. But something we were mentioning earlier, Sierra, was this support flipping into resistance. And this is what I want to see. I want to see us get above where we're at right now, dude. Where we're at right now, 93, 94,000. I didn't see it the other day. You were talking about 94,000. And yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right here. I didn't even see this. Like, I knew we were coming up in that area, but I didn't see. This is on the weekly, and the lower range of this is 94,000, and that is where we've pretty much hit. And we can consider ourselves basically still in a downtrend right now until that flips. We got to push past that. We need to close above that and get back into that top range. That's super important.
So what you're saying is my prediction Monday, where I said I thought by Thursday we would go up to 94, then smack our head, come back down. What you're saying is that call may have still been right. I just may have been wrong. I may have been late on that call.
No, we were. I think we were texting Tuesday, or like it was one of the days. It was like Tuesday or Wednesday morning. Remember when the market started pumping and we went to 92 or whatever? Remember we were texting.
Oh,
and you were like, we're gonna get rejected at 94. And I was like, nah, 92.
Yeah, that's right. No, you're right.
We did. We got rejected at 94. That is exactly where that wick went. And looking at the weekly chart, now I see the reason why is because this is flipping into resistance. And I'm not going to be satisfied. Yeah, sure, we're in an uptrend now on the daily and the lower time frames, but I'm not going to be satisfied until we come back into this upper range. I think that's important.
And dude, the next level to the downside is 88,000. That's where the top of those 4 wicks hit. This goes back to my lesson of 2 weeks ago when you were MIA. That freaking level across is the next logical level of point of control, resistance,
and Lux
support.
Algo has it.
And Lux Algo is confirming it. Dude, 88.
That green line.
Let's go, bro. All right, here is the best case scenario. You ready? Let's put this on the table. Best case scenario. We get a fake out, maybe get a little bit of a run because tomorrow's Friday and we just get a little news and we go up a little higher, maybe say to
I want an 88.
Maybe we go tomorrow or tonight, overnight, China wakes up and they go, oh, shit. China sees the price and they go a little ballistic right now because they're awake. Our boys are over there or awake over in Asia. They're pumping shit up. They're FOMOing a little. I say we get a little bit of a pump tomorrow, going into tomorrow maybe, and we get a back up to where that other candle is, where that indecisive green candle is. You see that to the left? Right there. Bam. Where is that? Where's the middle of that body?
That's
97?
That's 97.5.
So let's say this. Let's say we get a move up between 95 and 97-ish tomorrow. We get bullish news. Something comes out good. China keeps buying. And we hit our head on that indecisive body. Use that as resistance. Then come back down to 88. By Monday, we're trading back around $90,000 Bitcoin. I think that would be a healthy freaking move because it would be the fake out to the upside. It would get everybody to go long. But then again, does Wall Street fake people out on Friday mornings? I don't know. I don't know if Wall Street and CME gaps and all that shit. I know the CME gaps are different, but what I'm saying is I don't know if Wall Street tries to fake everybody out and get everyone to go long on a Thursday or a Friday. That's more of a Monday, Tuesday type shit. But crazier things have happened. Maybe they do. Maybe they try to fake us out to the upside first, and then we get that cool off back to 88. That would be nice. Another thing you've got drawn on the chart there, potential triple bottom back at 74,000.
So I like, yeah, I mean, we could, guys. I mean, looking at this weekly chart, yeah, I'm not satisfied, man, until we break above it and close above it. And as far as like an official reversal goes, I want to see that come back and get tested.
Yeah, dude.
That's that $88,000 level.
80,
come back and retest. That's the counter trend level here. We went down, resistance down, and then now we want to come back up and then flip that into support and then continue up. That's what I would like to see. Come down, boom, break above it, come down, boom. And just retest these areas, man, of support. But one other thing down here on the confluence bar is I just noticed we got this green dot here. So not only did we get the momentum dot here, a shift in momentum, which is mega bullish. Money flow is in the green. Got the green dot. And then we also got this confluence, this dot on the confluence bar at the bottom, which is like really bullish, man, showing that there's a lot of bullish confluence that's about to shift a little. And look, the last time that we got it, man, with that green dot on the momentum indicator was, where did I just see it? Hold on. Was all the way the fuck back here, man. We got that green dot. Hold on. Look. Boom. Can you see that, or are we blocking it?
No, I can see it.
So we got let me move this, man.
We're on the bottom right. The viewers are good; they can see.
All right. So the last time that we got that confluence dot was right here, and then we got our momentum shift, then we got our buy signal, and then we crossed above the moving averages, and that was the bottom of the bear market. That was the bottom when we got all three of those, and then we had our changing color. We went sideways for a little bit
for
here,
a long
but
time.
that was the bottom. That was the bottom, though. You know what I mean? So is this signaling that bottoms in, we're like, this is it. You know what I mean? Just waiting on that green buy signal from Lux. So
see now, Lux's down signals, bro. What did I say? I said 69,420.
Yeah, I'm not.
Lux, look where Lux is. I know you're not, but look at the bottom.
Nothing's confirmed this, dude. Nothing has confirmed this. We're Smart Trail. This is honestly, this is
all right.
Pretty much like this.
All right.
I look at this like
all
this.
All right. I'm just gonna say, when we were at 95, no one wanted to hear me talking that shit.
Well,
about
this right here actually got confirmed, right? But none of this got confirmed yet. So
yet
I'm not paying attention to it, man.
It's still on my freaking radar. One more time.
Yeah.
Possibly. Maybe not the 69. Maybe not 69. Maybe not 69. But I will say this. We are hitting our head at 94. Okay. We're having a little bit of trouble. Now, tomorrow's Friday, declining volume over the weekend. But I'm still in the bullish camp temporary that Asia is buying right now. And I think tomorrow you wake up, and if the momentum continues, I do think we go up to where that level is, which is I think it's hard to see because the price is zoomed out. But wherever that the candle bodies where not the indecision bottle, but where that yellow line is, where's that yellow line? 93.7, 94 is where we're at. So up to the top of that next one would be, I'll just call it 96, dude, to make it easy. 96,000. You see the indecision candles over there to the left, right there. Where's those bodies at? Where's that body of that candle? What price is that?
That's that $97,000 level.
Okay. So 97. Let's just call it that as the next resistance, right? Let's just call that the next mini resistance, 97, right? Let's say we go from here to 97 and hit our head. What's the play from there? If we hit our head at 97, we're obviously going to come back down. But the only difference would be, are we going to come back down to 87, 88? Yeah. Between 82 and 88 again, which is 84. We could.
I would expect kind of something like that. And then, I mean, that's what we would want to see is a break and then retest, break and retest, and just keep climbing. It's not going to be that pretty, but in theory, that's what we would want to see. We want to retest these.
Yeah, no, that's what we want. Now, what are the market makers gonna actually try to do right now? Or like what you just drew is what we should do. But what is the market makers looking at? What are they looking at? What are they trying to do? They're going to try to wipe a couple more people out first, I think. I don't think they're done with their fucking games. Is what I'm saying.
They're going to flip. We're going to be bearish at some point, right? And then everybody's going to go short. Then we'll get a short squeeze.
Yeah.
Most people are in the mindset of this is a fake out.
Like you're saying already, most people are bearish.
Yeah, most people are. And I mean, dude, like nothing except when you switch it to the, 4 hour and possibly the daily, you know what I mean? Like, but this to me tells me that we're not out of the woods yet, man.
No, we're not. We're both in agreement on that. Yeah, we're both in agreement on that. Even though it's a good thing, even though we had these massive pumps and all that stuff, you guys were still basing in reality that, I mean, look at that bullish candle, that green bullish candle that was just like, I mean, there's no doubt that people are buying. That was probably Fink right there that bought that shit. So that amount of buying pressure, factoring it in, yeah, I know why you're saying we could never see 69,420 again, but I think with enough bullshit, with one more story or one more tariff story or one more little freaking little like one more little negative story that they could possibly squeeze. Well, if we get the cut, forget it. But what I'm saying is, if they could, the market makers can finagle one more little drop down there. If they can weasel their way to get Bitcoin down at 73,000, 72,000 one more time and form that triple bottom, I don't want to say that we're out of the woods yet for that either. I would likely say the reverse was true. I would say if they got one more hoist in them, they got one more little con left. That con could potentially be a flash crash. And when I say flash crash, that's what I'm going to go with this time. Before I said it would be short-lived. Now I'm going to call it a flash crash down. Does it happen? I don't freaking know. I don't know. I'm bullish long term. I'm still 275,000 for this cycle. I think we break 100K within less than 2 months, maybe 3 months at the most, probably less than that, probably 2 months. But in the short term, the next 3 weeks or so, yeah, we're definitely both agreeing that we need to get above 95. We need to get above 100K, 95, 97, 100. Keep it simple. GMB said 102. Wake me up at 102. Makes sense. So, yeah, I mean, that gives us a 3-week time frame still, which would put us, well, that would put us right where we said. Pretty much May, middle of May. And, yeah, so that gives us a 2 to 3 week time frame. I'm just going to say I'm 60-40. 60% we don't go down to that price, 40% chance. I'm going to say there's a 40% chance we get a triple bottom. We come back to that low level, but I think it's so short-lived that it may happen in the middle of the night type shit, ninja in the middle of the night, and we'll miss it, of course. But it's almost off the table, but it's not. It's not off the table for me yet. I still think Bitcoin could do that move if Larry Fink comes out and farts on TV or, does something stupid. If any one little stupid thing, one little blockchain gets hacked, right? Yeah. Or Vitalik gets a new girlfriend. I don't know. I don't know. Just something stupid, one little story, and I think they could squeeze one more. But I wouldn't go betting the farm on it. I'm just saying that I'm 60% it doesn't happen, 40% it might still. But either way, I think over the weekend we have a cool off with a slight pump tonight and tomorrow morning, slight pump. And then over the weekend, we kind of fizzle down and sideways. That's what I'm looking for.
I got you, man. Let's see. On the daily, I think everything's still looking good, man. We had this lower range down here. We've gotten above it. Again, that's that $87,000 to $88,000 level. That would be awesome. Comeback retest. And then, just this previous area where we are now, where there's high volume, 90, 92. We're above that, looking good. I want to see us stay above this yellow line. That is what I want to see. But Lux Algo has its buy signal. It finally did put a buy signal in on Tuesday. So the day after the show, and everything confirmed, everything flipped. Got, confirmation on the smart trail, on the trend catcher. So that is good, man. And that's got targets. Believe it or not, dude. That first target's 100,000. Second target, 106. That's on the daily time frame. So, and then money flows, moving over. Momentum's still good. As far as that goes, I want to see a retest, man. I want to see a retest and an opportunity.
Possible retest back as low as $84,500 is still on the table for me. Probably not Monday. My timing has been kind of off these last couple of days, so I don't want to say that's not going to be my guess for Monday. My guess for Monday, because we're moving a little slower with more capital, is going to be, I'm going to say 90. I'm going to say 91,000 by Monday. That's going to be my call for Monday's show. 9190-ish. With God knows what happens between now and then. Like, I think we still go up. I think tonight we go up. Tomorrow morning we go up. Maybe even go to 97. Hit some euphoria, and people are like, yeah. And then Saturday rolls around, and we go from 97 down to like 95, 94. And then Sunday we're at 93. And then, Monday back at reality at 92, 91. That's just what I think is going to happen. But we'll see. What's your What's your Monday morning 12 o'clock call?
All right, so I'm gonna go with believe it or not, man, I'm gonna go with 88.
Oh, you say 88. We go a little lower?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, fam. This is the part of the show, man. This is where you guys get a chance to shine. The chat is overlaid. GMB, Crypto Holmes, Daniel, if you're in here. Daniel comes in late sometimes. And anyone else that is lurking in the chat, because I see we've got a couple people. If you guys are in the mood, please give us your predictions for Monday. We've just given ours. Monday morning, 12 o'clock. I think that's our good calls, though, man. So overall, looking good, though. Overall, looking very, very healthy. Not bad at all.
I agree. I believe that this is the process of us reversing and yeah.
All right, going once, going twice for the calls, guys, because we're gonna wrap it up. Oh yeah, I was gonna say something. I think I'm gonna save it for the next show with the Sierra thing. Got some. It's nothing to do with Sierra Entertainment, by the way. It's something different, and that's more personal. But I will be informing you guys about some stuff. Yeah. Anything else you got, man?
No, that's it.
GMB's got a call. GMB's got a call. Hold up.
What's your call, GMB?
Well, let's put it on the overlay, guys. Give them the full effect. 95,000. Why not? Let's go.
All right, cool. Let's go. I like it.
Holmes, you still here? Give us your prediction, please, for Monday.
So yesterday
GMB said, LOL, I didn't hear y'all's predictions. Okay, there we go. Oh. Yeah, maybe they didn't hear us, but yeah. So mine was 90, 91 by Monday with a possible run up a little bit tomorrow. Wes is actually, this is new. Wes is slightly bearish on me. 88. Wes is going a little lower than me. 88 by Monday. So yeah, those are our calls. GMB saying 95,000 on Monday. Why not? Let's go.
All right. I
think you've been playing a little too much poker, GMB. No, I'm just talking shit. I'm trying to think positive. I'm happy with the pumps. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I do agree with Wes. We need to cool off. Are we in the euphoric stage where we don't need the cool offs yet?
Oh, man.
We'll see, man. It's close.
I just want to hope a pullback. I hope it to happen, man, because I want to get that trade in, dude, before we get this next leg up. I want to get the trade in, dude. I'm going to be really upset if I don't get that trade in.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do her, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Wes is going to run it the rest of the way out, but we love you. We're glad you're here with us. We appreciate it. Not much longer, man. Not much longer, Wes. It's getting close, man. It's coming down to the wire.
It's getting close, man.
I'm going to pull up the outro. I'm going to let you run it out, brother. Unless you had anything else.
That's what we're doing, man. No, that's it, dude. That's it. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you're following us on all socials at the Crypto Remora. Follow Sierra at Sierra Crypto and myself at Crypto MacGyver. Much love.
Damn right, GMB. Damn right. One more, baby.